Hello friends, welcome to my predictions for January. This time I'm bringing you all NVIDIA and Gold predictions. I have decided to make Gold because something tells me that this month is going to be extremely volatile. It could be very critical to many developments that will eventually happen somewhere around the future. This year, 2025, is going to be a year with lots of expectations, lots of very interesting geopolitical developments, possibly even new ones. We have to get ready for this because this year is going to be critical for the next years, especially all the way up to 2030. So yeah, whatever happens this year will reverberate across many other years. So the first day we have for NVIDIA is that it's a Jedi. Well, before I begin, I just want to say this is going to be the usual prediction. I have removed the ellipses because I really didn't like how confusing they were. I assume that it was also confusing for you guys, so let's just pay attention to the classic chart, which is just the circles, and the boxes, because the boxes are very useful. You see that all across my charts ever since I started implementing this change. It's absolutely accurate how powerful this combo of the circles and the box is. Just amazing, guys. The accuracy that combine patterns, charts, whatever, it's very incredible. So I have just decided to stick to my guns and just go with these, which are very easy to read, very easy to understand, and very effective. So having said that, this chart already shows me lots of yellows. The boxes are like in perfect balance, but this week right here on the 20s, this originally meant the first 2 or 3 days, but since the 20 is not going to be a market day because that's the day where Trump is going to be inaugurated, I just extended it to basically just include all of these days within this week, not the entire days of the 20s, for example 27, 28, no, just only the ones within this week right here, which, like I said, officially the market day starts on the 21. It's going to be a very volatile week, extremely volatile, because again, the inauguration, many other things, the expectations, etc. So it's going to be a very volatile week, this one. I had trouble deciding whether it's going to be a red week or a green week. I do have some clues regarding that, and it really depends on what it could happen on these days, 21, 23, possibly even 24, because that's the day. It's also part of the range of this green box. So if we get very powerful impulses right here, in a way responding positively after the inauguration, we can maybe see a green week on these days. But if it doesn't really play out, or if there's no impulse at all, and the correction right here, 21, 24, are extremely powerful, then this could be easily a red week. We'll have to see how the 21 opens. And that's why I also made gold, and I also make other predictions. For example, in my crypto channel, I just gave my subscribers 4 predictions because they earned it. They were very active and still are in my channel. So I wish you all were the same right here, but I mean, you are, guys, you are. But I have the other channel, which my community right there is kind of just living on this amazing knowledge. But anyways, that's the only real note that I have to say about this week alone. Everything else will transcur as normal. Like I said, the first day tomorrow is going to be very volatile, but the next day, the next week, is going to open possibly with some still volatility, but after that we're going to see corrections on the 7 to the 8, maybe finally for a recovery on the 9 to the 10. The only weeks that I really have trouble, in the sense that we should watch out, is this one, the week of the inauguration, and the week prior to that one. So basically, officially the third week of January, which I mean, I'm sensing a lot of reds. We have extreme volatility for the 13, extreme volatility for the 15, and we have this red box 14 to the 16. Obviously, guys, it doesn't mean all of these days within the range are going to be red, but it means that in one of these days within the range, we're going to see a very, very powerful correction. I'm talking about possibly 5%, something like that. So we have to be ready for this. 5% to 3%, something like that. I think that's what we're going to see. Still, we need to see how the prior week develops in order to have an estimate of where the level is going to be looking at whenever this happens. So we still have a lot of time for that. So yeah, that's the only week that I'm really worried for, this week of the inauguration. And the last week, it could really bring some powerful pain. I mean, we have this trend, this pattern here again. The last circle is red. So at least for NVIDIA, it's showing that it's going to be a rather kind of dramatic close to the week, maybe with some volatility on the 30. And if that goes well, we can expect a powerful impulse right there, which can minimize all the losses that we will see eventually on the 31. But yeah, guys, this is essentially the NVIDIA chart. It's looking not that bad as I thought because of my crypto predictions. I mean, some of them are really looking like it's over. So at least for the NVIDIA one, it's looking kind of normalish, a little bit more yellowish, not maybe that bullish, but it's not looking extremely bad. So yeah, that's what I have for NVIDIA. And let's take a look at the gold chart. Okay, so the gold chart, my gold prediction, have decided also to make gold because, I mean, gold is the best indicator, one of the best indicator, even if it's not an indicator per se. It's one of the best ways to analyze the economy, the global economy, not just crypto, not just stocks. Remember, guys, gold, there's a reason why gold is king. It has always been the metric of economy, of wealth. Not only this year, not only the last decade, not only the last century, but always since the dawn of time, or almost the dawn of time. So it's crucial. It's so important to analyze gold. And the gold chart, it's just showing extreme volatility all across the chart. I mean, yellow, yellow, yellow everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. This is a very interesting pattern because it's very extremely rare to see a chart of mine that actually sees a lot of yellow. It's very rare. But with gold, guys, I mean, gold is just so volatile, so extremely volatile. So it's pretty normal for this precious metal for gold. So it's very, very interesting how the differences in all of my charts, in all of the stocks, in all of the things that I cover is just amazing, guys. So yeah, we have extreme volatility for the month for gold for January. The days that really worry me are the range of days, for example, right here. 15 to 17 could be a range of days where we could see extreme corrections, very powerful corrections. If I were to say, I think these corrections will be more likely to see them either beginning or just happening in one day on the 15th of January. That's a day where we could see a powerful correction. Maybe even extending on the 16 to 17 because, again, yellow always means volatility or range, and given that gold is extremely volatile, there's barely any little range that I can see. It's just basically all of these yellow circles, you might as well just count them as 100% volatility because that's exactly what they mean. But yeah, this is one of the days, the range of days that worry me. The other one is right here, 24, 25. This is very worrying because we see that it's a range of days which is perfectly mirrored by this circle and the red box. So both of these indicators of my charts contain these days, and they also show them both as red days. So we have to be very, very careful about these days. It's going to be the last 5 days of the month, somewhere around this time, so it's pretty normal, I think. But yeah, another range of days which could present a very powerful correction 2728, which in the worst case scenario will connect to the other one on the 2930, which is a red circle, a lone red circle. We have no greens either before or after, so we have to be very, very careful about this. If that's the case, we can see gold going very, very low on these dates. Possibly, like I told you, in the worst case scenario, we might be looking at 4 or 3 consecutive red days. That's my outlook for this specific range of days. There could be some powerful impulses. Again, we have the potential of getting this range right here, the 8 to the 12, is a very big range. Okay, so we're talking about 4 days, possibly more. And given that it's a very long range of days, we can really see maybe at least 2 of these days within this range could be very powerful impulses. If I were to say, maybe the 12 is almost guaranteed because it's a green circle. It's also part of the green box. And if I were to see another day, maybe on the 9 or 10, or even on the 8 possibly. It really depends on how volatile these days are. But yeah, it's going to be possibly, yeah, two, maybe if we're lucky, 2 consecutive green days, but at least maybe 2 days of green powerful energies. The other range, we have 25, 28. Now this range, I'm not really sure because it's very near the end of the month. It's very close to these yellow and red circles. It's very close to these boxes. For example, these days are actually shared by the box. We have 25, the last day of this range, shared by the beginning right here, and the last day right here, 28, also shared. But at least we have 2 or 3 days within this range all share. We only have like the 26 on the clear, so maybe that day we will see a powerful impulse. But again, because it's like a sandwich between these boxes and these circles, and there's lots of volatility right here, and it's the end of the last 5 days of the month, I'm not really sure it will play out. Well, we have to see. Maybe it does. Maybe it brings some surprises. Anyways, that's all I had for you. All I wanted to say. Just want to invite you all to subscribe, share, and like. Comment. Give me your comments, guys. Give me your likes. Give me your everything. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.